All right, so we gave 150 pounds an attempt on the chin up. Obviously, we did not get chin to the bar, so it does not count. But it still felt, I tried it, I think like 5 weeks ago maybe, and it didn't get anywhere near that close. So I didn't even post a video of it. But this time I got past the 90-degree break in the elbows, you know what I mean? So somewhere like around there. So the chin had another couple inches to go. Call it 2 inches, whatever. It's a journey, you know. I don't do the max out every week on the chin-ups, but I do like to continue to work on that top end. It's kind of tough because if you don't work on your one, like I'm not encouraging anyone to work on their 1 repetition stuff. You're much better off doing sets of 6 to 8, 8 to 10, that kind of stuff. But for myself, if I don't do the 1 rep stuff, then when I try and attempt a max, my body is just so deconditioned for that style of exercise, you know, that there's just no shot. Like 150 next week will probably be a little more doable because I worked on it this week. Whereas if I just do the 6 to 8, 8 to 10 on the chin-ups, I will progress the bottom of the building. You know what I mean? The foundation grows, but the top never gets worked on. So that makes sense. Cover more content like that in the members only section. I don't want to go into too much right now because we got to keep the workout going. Let me check the weight thing. All right, so weight, food, pretty decent. Typically Tuesday is not a heavy day, but still want to see and make sure we're not. Oh, all right. It's pretty good for a Tuesday, actually. And then I'll show you the workout plan, which everything's decided except the end. Bulk day 77, I think. We'll call it stabilization day more like, because the weight is definitely stabilized. Chin up, we did the 150-pound attempt. Not successful, but getting there, slow and steady. We're going to go 90 pounds now. Try and get 6 plus, then 70, double rows, 2 sets, single arm pull downs, 2 sets, and then hopefully 4 sets total on the curls. Time. All right, those felt pretty solid. I'm gonna rest a little bit, and then we'll go 70. It's like a good ab workout too. Don't try at home or at the gym. All right, now we got to do some chin-ups. So this will actually be not an all-time PR for double rows, but as of recent, as long as the lower back feels good, this would be a PR because we've done 85, and I don't think we've done 90 for 10. So if I can get 10 on this, we'll be going in the right direction, slow and steady. Going no belt, because when I use a belt on these, I just feel like there's so much pressure right here that, I don't know, like it's digging into the rib cage. It's kind of like that, the bottom position on deadlift. Very hard to get a breath. Getting a breath at the top, very easy. So if you have a belt on with these, it's kind of comparable to that. Like you're always in the bottom position of the deadlift, basically, and it's just hard to breathe, even harder than it already is with these. So complaining out of the way, onto the set. Beltless. Hopefully for 10. Just double checking. It's always a good habit. start using the mouth guard again. I use it for carries, but I just tense up a lot. Dentist gets mad at me. They always get mad at me though, because I'm not a fan of their poking and prodding. I'm like, no cavities? Good, I'm out of here. Don't worry, I'll still pay you. All right, that felt good. I could feel the lower back muscles working in the area that I aggravated. That's fine. You know, there's a definite difference between just feeling tension in an area that you've aggravated as opposed to, you know, oh no. I've gone one rep. So we moved on to the pull downs. I love those double rows. Really wanted to do another set, but as I've learned painfully over the years by doing the opposite, when you snap something up, if you're able to do a good set or two, that rhymed, without aggravating anything, and you're pushing back into new territory, just take the victory and move on to something that's going to strain whatever the muscle is a little bit less. In this case, the lower back. These aren't going to get the lower back at all. I mean, that's new territory, and now I can recover all the way until Thursday before the lower back gets toasted again. Another 2 days, you know, of stuff feeling good and still pushing things in the right direction. So I think we're doing the right thing, but as I said, I have done the exact opposite numerous occasions and re-aggravated things. And that one extra set that you want to do, or that 10-pound increase on something that you just snapped up and you're recovering, like, might be fun to do, but in the long run, if it's going to take you another week to recover, making that decision there, like, just take the victory, move on to the next thing. It's tough, but it's just better in the long run. You know, you end up recovering quicker. So hopefully 13 on this, but we shall see. 100 pounds is still solidly challenging. Just 12 today. I'm not going to do a crappy 13 and then write it down. All right. I hope everyone who watches this channel tracks their workouts. If you're watching this video and you only take one thing away from it, track your workouts. You got to do it. And I'm still shocked when I hear how many people don't track their workouts. And then I ask, well, how do you know if you're getting better? Like, oh, well, you know, it felt tiring. I'm like, that has nothing to do with it. The only way you know if you're getting better is if you're actually getting better. If you're actually progressing. Stretch. Toasty, toasty. Lower back still feeling good. Log press tomorrow. I'm thinking won't do anything from the ground. We'll maybe go 180. See if we can knock out 3 or 4 consecutive. I need to get a little more structured with the log press because I've only been doing 1 set of it, which I think is fine. Like your top set, if you put good intensity into it, that, in my opinion, is going to be probably 60% of the progress you make if you put good intensity to it. If you don't put good intensity into it, then maybe it's only 20%. But if you're actually doing close to the limit with good form, then that's most of your progress. The second set, maybe another 25%, third set, fourth set, you know, smaller gains. So that's why with log press, I've been able to make good progress with basically just one set. But I think if I add that second set in, okay, now here's even more gains. You know, like on this, in my set of 12, that's most of my gain. But I add another set in, you know, if I have time, then I'm able to make a little bit more progress. That adds up. Those extra 25%, you know, the second set, that adds up over time. All right, let's try and get 9. Okay. I was feeling good when I wrote the plan for today. No, I relaxed. Doesn't count. Whew. That's good though. It just means we worked hard on the double row. Does not mean the entire workout's a failure. Like if you made it to the gym, even if you're not feeling that great, cut yourself some slack. Like you got to the gym. Just do something, you know, get moving, start tracking it. All right. 90% of life is just showing up. Not really true with lifting, but getting to the gym is a big part of it. Figuring out the programming. A lot of that, in my opinion, is, you know, like as a personal trainer, everyone's program is different, right? Personalized training. So, you know, what you should take from that is there are a lot of different options out there as far as how people train, different methods, multiple times per week, you know, every day. Some people say only twice a week. Some people say once a week. I mean, there's a whole variety of programs and exercises and just general approaches to fitness. And what I've gathered from that and what I feel is the truth is that everyone in some ways is going to be slightly different. You'll have some programs that you can apply yourself more to and you'll find just fit better with you. But some of it just comes down to testing, trying things, documenting your progress from it, and then saying, all right, I tried this. Did it work? No. You know, I had that recently with trying the lots of sets of squats, and my results were far worse than the one set of squat. But that's for me personally. Is that going to work for you? I don't know. Only way to know is to try it, right? So I've done that with a bunch of different methods. Same thing with deadlift. I've tried 5x5 and I've been able to increase, but it was just too much on the back and it just fatigued everything too much. I know a lot of people that can do 5x5 and are totally fine. So there's differences, you know, and it's up to you to figure out what's going to be the approach, you know, but an important part of that is sticking with something long enough to see. Because I also know a lot of people that try this program for 2 weeks, and they jump over to this program for 3 weeks, and they go back to the one they started with. Then they take a week off, and then they say, well, none of those worked. And it's like, slow it down, stick to something for a while, see what happens, you know, and then adjust from there. That's absolutely huge, I think. Sticking with something long enough to see, you know, like with the squats, I did, I want to say it was like 5 weeks before I was like, okay, this definitely isn't working with the multiple sets. That's where having a training log comes in, because you can look back and see, okay, I applied that system to myself. Did it work? Did it not work? Where did I get to? Where was I before? You know, I got to get on to my curls now. Hang on a second. Okay, so I gave it a halfway decent rest. Curls, I'm going to go 60s. I've done 10, but the last couple reps were a little bit swingy, so to speak. So if I get 8 to 10, have them all be really, really good, I'll be happy with that. And then I'm going to go 2 sets with the extreme fat grips on the 30s. It really makes it like a 3-inch diameter grip because, what was that? super squeaky. Well, whatever. So it's a lot of forearm basically. So we'll go 2 sets of those and then that's it. Be a good workout. Hopefully 10 with the 60s, but I don't know. That was on a live video and I had some motivation from people. Lemonade, William, Jake the Snake. So solo operation here. Well, I'll do my best because I know you'll be watching this video. All right. I'd like to get 10. We're good. A little bit of swing on the last 2 for sure, but I'm okay with that because I know what level of swing is still going to get me some kind of muscular return. Obviously, you know, better form is always the way to go, but with certain exercises, you can use a little body English, so to speak. Again, always good form. Some people will probably argue, cut the set immediately when the form breaks down. But unfortunately, sometimes, for myself at least, I would just stay in a spot where I would not progress. You know, like I'd have to stop at 7 reps, when in reality I could do another 3, even if the form breaks down just a little bit, right? That last 8, 9, 10th rep is going to be huge as far as the muscular gain and the strength push. So it's a fine line, as with everything. You got to figure out, okay, where can I push just enough? I don't want to get hurt because that's going to set me back weeks. But also, if I'm staying in a zone where, I don't know, it's tricky to talk about because safety, always a priority for sure. Yeah, I don't even know if I don't really want to delve into it too much more than that. Just talking about for myself, I guess, I've found that, you know, on certain exercises I can push for a couple extra reps, bend the form very so slightly, and still get some progress from it. We'll leave it at that. Okay, here we go. The other issue with letting your form slack off is that then it becomes harder to track reps. Like, okay, with this, I know I did 7 good form, maybe 8 good form. The last 2 were sketchy. But if all my reps were cheat reps, like 10 swing reps, how, you know, what do I progress from there? Like, it's just challenging. All right. This is a good workout today. If I was starting a set and my first rep was bad form, I'm going to cut that set very early, you know? like with bench yesterday, first rep with 280 was all over the place. Right away, I knew, okay, I'm not getting the 8, 9, 10 that I was planning on it. But with that curl set, the first, like I said, 7 to 8 felt good. So I felt okay pushing myself for 1 or 2 bonus, swing reps, we'll call it. And they definitely felt better than the 10 with 60s on Saturday. So going in the right direction. Right. Let's get some hammer curls here. And that will be that. And we're going to knock out the live workout again on Saturday. I really like doing that. Connecting with everybody on the back and bicep day. All right, I'm going to get a set of grips real quick. Hang on. That's just where I basically just hold it. I don't have anything grip intensive tomorrow, so I can toast the grip. One more set. Highly recommend getting these fat grips. You like any of the equipment in the video? Check out the link in the video description. Take you to Amazon. You can get any of this. Except the dumbbells. I kind of collected all those over time. Whew. Toasty, toasty. All right. That is it for the workout. I'm going to rest up. Like I said, log press tomorrow. I think we'll go probably 180, see if we get 3 or 4 consecutive ones. And then we'll do some calf raises too. After this, I'm doing filming one of the videos for the members only section. So otherwise I would do the calves, but got a couple more things I'm adding that'll be there on the launch. A lot of the members only will be reoccurring stuff, like the Q&A, monthly specific questions answered in video format for the members only. But I want there to be a good amount of information upon launch for somebody that's trying to improve their exercise routine, look for ways to get stronger, get leaner, get bigger, and anyone that's looking for programming tips or wants to know more about the program that I use currently and that I used at the beginning and how I've changed it, progressed it, why I progressed it, why I changed it, that sort of thing. And also you get special emotes, but I still have to decide on that because it's very hard to get this square image. I don't have any square images. Anyway, that's my problem, not your problem. Hope you have an excellent day. We'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Get a workout in today if you can. Maybe it's your rest day and you're just fueling up for an epic workout tomorrow. Either way, keep the focus going. Biggest thing I've noticed about working out every day is people can argue all they want about what happens to your cortisol and stress hormone and recovery. And if you work out every day, you do something every day, it becomes so much part of you that you no longer have to call on any motivation whatsoever to do it, right? So when I was working out 3 to 4 times a week, I had to get myself ready for that workout day. Now that I work out every day, it's automatic. There's no thought or uncertainty about whether or not I'm going to do the workout and what I'm going to do on that day. So that's why I like having specific days where I do the same thing, because it takes all the guesswork out of it for your rhythm, your mind, your body. Like my body's just used to Tuesday back and biceps. I've done it so many days in a row now that I don't have to get motivated at all. It's what I do. You know what I mean? Same thing with doing the YouTube videos. Like at the beginning, I had to kind of not remind myself, but just, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Now it's like, I don't even have to think about it because I've done it so many days in a row, process of building a habit. Anyone who's read books on how to build a habit in that initial period of time where you have to break through. That's why the initial period of time when someone starts an exercise program is so important that they stick with it. Because once they can get past a certain point, they've got that almost I don't know if it's critical mass of motivation. They have enough momentum where it'll maintain them to continue going. And that's what I have now that I've been working out every day for I don't even know how long, months. It's so part of the routine, it's automatic. So I'm not saying I recommend it. I'm just saying, I'm just sharing my experience with you, so that you have the information. Goes against what the people saying you only need to work out twice a week have to say. I just like to share. So that's it for today. Interested to hear what people's comments are about that, the thought process, and anyone else that works out every single day, what they think about it and how the motivation is for them. And I just bring it up because I've noticed a definitive change in how I feel when I'm getting ready for a workout. Like I said before, I used to be like, all right, I got to get fired up now because I do it every day. Even if energy's low, food is low, not tooting my own horn, I'm just saying, it's so part of the rhythm. It's done, right? So that's it for today. Till tomorrow. Thanks for listening to the rant. Peace.